In this podcast episode, renowned psychologists John and Julie Gottman delve into the intricacies of attraction and relationships, exploring topics such as the myth of compatibility, the importance of realistic expectations in dating, the role of alcohol as a social lubricant, and the dynamics of communication and conflict resolution in partnerships. One of the key points raised is the myth of compatibility, which suggests that individuals should seek partners with similar interests, values, and backgrounds. Contrary to this belief, research indicates that people are often attracted to those who are genetically different, particularly regarding immune system diversity. This genetic divergence is thought to enhance reproductive success, leading to healthier offspring. The Gottmans reference a speed dating study by Eli Finkel, which found that both men and women prioritize the quality of interaction over superficial traits. The enjoyment of the interaction and the ability to connect on a personal level emerged as more significant factors in attraction than traditional metrics of desirability, such as physical appearance or wealth. The conversation emphasizes the importance of maintaining realistic expectations in dating. While having a list of desired qualities in a partner can be beneficial, it is crucial to remain open to the nuances of individual interactions. The Gottmans suggest that focusing on the connection and chemistry that develops, rather than strictly adhering to a predetermined checklist, can lead to more meaningful relationships. This flexibility allows individuals to appreciate the unique qualities of potential partners, fostering deeper connections. A significant red flag in dating is when one party expresses an overwhelming urgency to establish a relationship. This behavior often stems from insecurity or neediness, which can indicate deeper emotional issues. The Gottmans advise taking time to build trust and get to know each other gradually, rather than rushing into intimacy or commitment. A healthy relationship develops at a pace that allows both individuals to feel comfortable and secure, reducing the likelihood of future conflicts. The podcast highlights the pitfalls of attempting to project false confidence. Individuals who try to fake confidence often come across as insincere or overly boastful, which can be off-putting to potential partners. Authentic confidence, on the other hand, is rooted in self-acceptance and self-awareness. The Gottmans suggest that true confidence is built through personal growth and understanding oneself, rather than through superficial displays of bravado. This genuine self-assurance can significantly enhance one's attractiveness to others. The Gottmans share insights from their research, indicating that certain measurable factors can predict the potential success of a relationship. Observations of couples reveal that those who exhibit openness, curiosity, and emotional connection tend to have more promising interactions. Positive body language, such as leaning in and maintaining eye contact, contrasts with negative indicators like tension and sarcasm. The ratio of positive to negative interactions is crucial. Successful couples often display a significantly higher ratio of positive exchanges, which fosters a supportive and nurturing environment. Building confidence is a multifaceted process, especially for individuals who have faced criticism or contempt in their formative years. The Gottmans suggest various strategies for developing self-confidence, including therapy, self-affirmation, and exposure to diverse body types in real-life settings. Recognizing the variety of human experiences and appearances can help individuals appreciate their own uniqueness and reduce feelings of inferiority. The emphasis is on internal validation rather than external comparisons, which can lead to a healthier self-image. The discussion continues with an exploration of gender differences in attraction. While traditional views suggest that men prioritize physical appearance and women seek stability, the Gottmans reveal that both genders ultimately desire enjoyable and meaningful interactions. The social context of dating plays a significant role. Relaxed environments foster better connections than evaluative or high-pressure situations. The conversation also notes that significant age differences in relationships can lead to challenges due to differing life stages and developmental goals, emphasizing the importance of shared experiences and values in fostering successful partnerships. The podcast touches on how alcohol can serve as a social lubricant during dating. It helps individuals relax and lowers inhibitions, making it easier to express feelings and connect with others. The Gottmans note that when men drink, they often become more open and willing to discuss their emotions, which can lead to deeper connections. This dynamic highlights the societal pressures that discourage men from expressing vulnerability in sober situations, suggesting that alcohol may temporarily alleviate these constraints. The Gottmans explore the idea of seeking a partner who is good enough rather than perfect. They argue that the pursuit of an ideal partner can lead to disappointment, especially for those who are older and struggling to find someone. Instead, they suggest that individuals should identify their non-negotiables, such as trust, commitment, and shared values, and focus on building a relationship that meets those criteria. The conversation emphasizes that what is good enough varies from person to person, and it's essential to recognize the potential for growth within a relationship. Sexual attraction is discussed as a critical component of romantic relationships. The Gottmans share personal experiences where emotional connections were strong, but sexual chemistry was lacking, leading to disappointment. They emphasize that sexual attraction can be complex and varies among individuals. For many, a strong emotional bond is necessary for sexual desire, particularly for women, who often require a sense of safety and connection to feel aroused. The conversation highlights the importance of addressing sexual compatibility early in a relationship to avoid future conflicts. The Gottmans discuss the challenge of maintaining excitement in long-term relationships. They reference the Coolidge effect, which suggests that novelty and spontaneity are crucial for sexual arousal. However, they also note that love and intimacy often require familiarity and security, creating a tension between the two. To keep the spark alive, couples are encouraged to create new experiences together, engage in playful activities, and prioritize intimacy. The idea is to balance the comfort of a long-term relationship with the excitement of new experiences, ensuring that both partners feel fulfilled. The conversation shifts to the frequency of sexual activity in relationships. The Gottmans clarify that quality of sex is more important than quantity. They acknowledge that different couples have varying needs regarding sexual intimacy, and mismatched libidos can lead to conflict. The discussion emphasizes that open communication about sexual desires and needs is essential for a healthy sexual relationship. Couples should focus on understanding each other's perspectives rather than adhering to societal expectations about how often they should be having sex. The Gottmans highlight the societal conditioning that makes it difficult for men to express their emotions. They discuss how men are often taught to suppress vulnerability, leading to challenges in communication within relationships. The conversation emphasizes the importance of creating a safe space for men to share their feelings without fear of judgment. They suggest that couples should establish rituals for discussing emotions, such as setting aside time for meaningful conversations, to foster better understanding and connection. The conversation then shifts to the significance of gratitude in relationships. The Gottmans explain that expressing appreciation for one another fosters a positive mindset and strengthens the emotional bond between partners. They encourage couples to regularly acknowledge each other's efforts and qualities, which can help shift focus from negative patterns to positive interactions. The practice of gratitude not only enhances individual well-being, but also contributes to a healthier, more fulfilling relationship overall. The Gottmans emphasize the importance of assessing the ratio of positive to negative interactions in a relationship. They suggest that a healthy relationship typically has a ratio of 5 positive interactions for every negative one, especially during conflicts. If a couple finds themselves consistently below this threshold, it may indicate that the relationship is in trouble. The Gottmans also highlight the significance of emotional connection and communication in determining whether to stay or leave a relationship. The Gottmans introduce the concept of the 4 Horsemen, which are negative communication patterns that predict relationship failure. These are 1. Criticism, attacking a partner's character rather than addressing specific behaviors. 2. Contempt, characterized by a sense of superiority and disdain towards a partner, often manifesting as sarcasm or mockery. 3. Defensiveness, a common reaction to criticism where one partner defends themselves instead of addressing the issue. 4. Stonewalling occurs when one partner withdraws from the interaction, often due to feeling overwhelmed. Recognizing and addressing these behaviors is crucial for relationship health, as they can create a toxic environment that undermines connection and trust. The discussion touches on how insecurity can lead to defensiveness in relationships. Individuals with fragile self-esteem may react strongly to perceived criticism, feeling attacked and unable to accept responsibility for their actions. This defensiveness can create a cycle of conflict where neither partner feels heard or validated. The Gottmans suggest that past traumas can exacerbate these feelings, making it difficult for individuals to engage openly in discussions about their relationship. The Gottmans share insights from their research on gay and lesbian couples compared to heterosexual couples. They find that same-sex couples often exhibit less defensiveness and a better sense of humor when addressing conflicts. Additionally, these couples tend to communicate more gently and maintain a sense of equality in their relationships. While there is no definitive data on the longevity of homosexual relationships compared to heterosexual ones, the Gottmans suggest that the supportive community often surrounding LGBTQ+ individuals can positively impact relationship stability. Gaslighting is defined as a form of psychological manipulation where one partner makes the other doubt their reality or perceptions. The Gottmans explain that this behavior is often seen in abusive relationships, where the abuser denies their actions or twists the truth to make the victim feel insane. They clarify that the term is often misused in everyday conflicts, where differing perceptions are mistaken for gaslighting. True gaslighting involves a deliberate attempt to undermine the victim's sense of reality. The Gottmans discuss the complexities of why individuals remain in abusive relationships. Victims often experience a cycle of love and abuse, where the abuser may initially shower them with affection before reverting to harmful behaviors. This creates a sense of dependency and hope for change in the victim. Additionally, the abuser may instill feelings of worthlessness in the victim, making them believe they cannot survive without the abuser. The Gottmans emphasize that leaving such relationships is incredibly challenging, especially when children are involved. The Gottmans differentiate between two types of domestic violence: characterological and situational. Characterological domestic violence involves a clear perpetrator and victim, often requiring the victim to leave the relationship for their safety. In contrast, situational domestic violence involves both partners exhibiting violent behaviors, typically arising from conflict and emotional flooding. The Gottmans have conducted research showing that therapy can be effective for couples experiencing situational violence, helping them manage their emotions and improve communication. They stress the importance of creating a safe environment for victims and providing them with resources to escape abusive situations. In the podcast, the Gottmans address the prevalence of affairs, estimating that around 30% of couples experience infidelity. They note that the statistics for women engaging in affairs have caught up to those of men, largely due to the women's liberation movement, which allowed women greater access to social and professional environments outside the home. This shift has led to increased independence for women, enabling them to support themselves financially and potentially leave unsatisfactory marriages. The Gottmans introduced their model for treating affairs, which consists of 3 phases: atonement, attunement, and attachment. In the atonement phase, the betraying partner must respond transparently to the hurt partner's questions, while the hurt partner should avoid asking about the specifics of the sexual relationship, as this can exacerbate their trauma. The betraying partner must express genuine remorse and listen to the hurt partner's feelings without defensiveness. The attunement phase involves examining the relationship itself to identify underlying issues that may have contributed to the affair. The Gottmans explain that many affairs stem from emotional loneliness rather than purely sexual desires. Couples often avoid conflict, leading to emotional distance, which can create a fertile ground for infidelity. The final phase, attachment, focuses on rebuilding trust and recommitting to the relationship. The Gottmans highlight that understanding the reasons behind infidelity can be complex, and often the betraying partner may not fully comprehend their motivations. They stress the importance of addressing these questions within a therapeutic context to avoid further harm. Contrary to popular belief, infidelity can sometimes help a relationship if the couple seeks professional help. Many couples who work through the aftermath of an affair can emerge with a deeper understanding of each other and improved intimacy. The conversation shifts to the significance of connection in relationships, particularly through the concept of bids for connection. The Gottmans described their research, which involved observing couples in their love lab. They found that successful couples tend to respond positively to bids for connection, attempts by one partner to engage the other, much more frequently than couples who eventually divorce. The statistics reveal that couples who stayed together turned toward each other's bids for connection 86% of the time, while those who divorced only did so 33% of the time. The Gottmans explain that there are three possible responses to a bid for connection: turning toward, turning away, and turning against. Turning toward involves acknowledging and engaging with the partner's attempt to connect, while turning away means ignoring or dismissing the bid. Turning against is characterized by an irritable or negative response. They emphasize that turning toward bids for connection fosters a sense of humor and reduces physiological arousal during conflicts, which can help couples navigate disagreements more effectively. The Gottmans provide practical advice for individuals who struggle to turn toward their partner's bids for connection. They suggest that if someone is unable to engage at the moment due to other commitments, they can communicate their desire to connect later, thereby acknowledging the partner's need while also setting boundaries for themselves. This approach fosters a sense of understanding and respect, which is essential for maintaining a healthy relationship.